Hi there. No, the title of this video wasn't going to be misleading, and yes, I am Cannondale. This is Cannondale channel and I do love Cannondale bikes, but I would not buy the Cannondale Slate bike, and here is why. Basically, I was asked to say something about those bikes because those gravel, adventure, cyclocross, comfy endurance bikes are really on the top right now. So here's what I think about Cannondale Slate. Basically, we have three models, same frame set, same fork. One of these is with the one-by drivetrain. Let's just click at any of those bikes, and basically my answer will be: if you're trying to build a bike that's going to suit any type of terrain, any kind of rider, any type of riding style, you're actually building a bike that will be useless. That's my opinion about it. Let's just read what Cannondale say. This is of course, some reviews. I'm gonna tell you something about those reviews in a second, but what Cannondale say about rider profile: it's for roadies, it's for empty beers, and then they say it's for highly skilled riders looking for new limits to push and highly unskilled riders looking to build skills without consequences. Well, building skills without consequences on slick tires in the terrain, well, it can really lead to some consequences. So what doesn't fit here is actually nothing fits here on this bike to me, because we've got the aluminum frame, which is cool, smart fork by Cannondale, Safe Plus system, which is even more compliant than the speed safe system. That's cool. Then we have suspension fork, which has 30 millimeters of travel. So okay, let's just try to think what Cannondale engineers were going for. All right, we are trying to let people go off-road for some really rough terrain, so let's give them a suspension fork instead of just more compliant frame set. So we are getting 30 millimeters of travel with lockout. So this is the lefty Oliver. All right, that's good. But then we have a road bar. Okay, do I really need road bar when I'm going through some really rough terrain, some maybe technical terrain, because I'm using a suspension fork here, so this doesn't fit here. Then we have 650B wheels, so these are not road 700C wheels, these are 650, so these are smaller, but 42 millimeters of the width. I do like more width for some endurance gravel bike, but these are slick tires. So the slick tires don't fit the suspension fork, just as the road bike doesn't fit it, and a road bar doesn't fit the size of the wheel, in my opinion, because this bike will be slower on the road and will not have traction on the terrain. And I was really surprised reading some of those reviews where those journalists were saying that they were just waiting for some technical terrain, some drop-offs on this bike, because this bike is so cool. Well, sending people with road bars and slick tires to some drop-offs should actually be forbidden, in my opinion. So that's just a short opinion on what I think about this bike. Ask me about Synapse. I love Synapse. I had Synapse bike and it was really lovely. Comparing the geometries of those bikes, for example, the comfy endurance Synapse and the Slate is much more aggressive, because if you compare two sizes with similarly essentially the same reach, so the length of the frame, the stack will be much lower on the Slate, so it will be much more aggressive. The Synapse will have longer head tube, it will be just higher. This one is slammed down here, and what is it for? I don't know. Many reviewers also say that Cannondale didn't go for 25.4 millimeter flexi seat tube, because many riders would like to use a dropper post for this bike. 27.2, so dropper post on this bike I don't really see it. So if I was to go for some bike for rough terrains, I would go for 29er. This is 650B. If I was to go for speed on the road, I would go for 700C. This is 650B. The slick tires, well, you know, the slick, the surface of the tire will be okay for the road. The width of it would be more for like terrain. The bars and those, remember, if you have road bars, you have also road shifters and brakes, braking levers, which are not made for drop-offs. That's my opinion about it. So this is what I think. Really strange design. I'm surprised that Cannondale is trying to reach all of the you know, riders, like roadies, MTB riders, skilled, unskilled. I just don't know. So here's just my personal opinion on why I would not buy Slate. I do love the idea of some comfy bike with wider tires. One more thing, the lefty fork, lefty Oliver, has 30 millimeters of travel and it weighs around 1320 grams. Whereas Synapse's fork would weigh around 360 something grams. So you're adding a kilo in the front of your bike, a kilo, just for another 30 millimeters of travel, which you will very often like to just lock out and not have it. Because it will be just annoying on the road or even on some uphills. And also, if you're getting only 30 millimeters of travel, this fork is essentially designed for not having any sag. And if you don't have any sag, then the way the fork's working is not the best for the terrain. And of course not for road, because on the road you don't want to have any travel. That's my opinion, guys. Thanks for watching. Please let us know in the comment section what do you think about this strange hybrid of Cannondale. I'm really hoping that some Slate owners would tell us if they love it, why they love it. If they don't, why is it so? Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.